Last question. Game of the year? Best game of all time category? Like what's in y'all's heads in terms of what this game is going to be like when it comes to like top 10 list at the end of the year?
Hmm. Top 10. And so far in my book, it's definitely in the top 10. It's definitely at least in the top five, and mostly because it is so vastly different from everything else that, I can spend hundreds and hundreds of hours into it and get a different story every time I play it. There's almost no other game out there that does that. Game of the year, I can see it being in the running as far as winning. Uh, I don't know if it has the popularity for it. And that's another big problem. It's like you can go and look on different guides and bills and stuff like that all over, YouTube or Reddit, and there's thousands and thousands of stuff. But if you look at Baldur's Gate stuff, I think the most watched video just hit 1 million views, and it's been out for weeks at this point. So I wouldn't really necessarily say it's probably going to win. It'd be close, and it's definitely going to be in the running, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it definitely pulled in some huge numbers right around launch, and it maintained them past like the initial week. So for me, it's definitely up there. This is like my bread and butter type of game, though. Like I love this kind of shit. Um, and I mean, I haven't played any other new games recently, so it's definitely at the top of my list. But I don't see me getting bored with it for a while. Like
No, absolutely not.
like I said, I've got over 130 hours in the game and I haven't beaten it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just fully absorbed in it. Granted, I'm also a night shift degenerate, so on my days off, all I do is play it. But so that's how I've got those
That's fair.
numbers.
Yeah.
but but yeah, it's definitely way up there for me. Like it's one of the best games I've played in a long time.
It's it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Because when you think about the games that have come out this year, Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy 16, Diablo 4, this one, and we haven't even gotten to Spider-Man and some of the other games that are coming out
Yeah.
later this
You're
year.
still young, so
Yeah, exactly.
you have all these top developers coming out, and here comes Larian Studios, which almost no one has heard of unless you played some of their games in the past.
Exactly. So I think it's going to be tough, but I think the thing that's going to be in their favor is going to be that uniqueness,
Mhm.
the fact that you have that ability to be whatever you want to be in this game and have as many hours as you want into this game. I think that goes in their favor.
Yeah.
I think they'll be in contention for it. I think it's still too early for me personally of where it ends up on my top 10. Uh, Final Fantasy 16, Tears of the Kingdom are like neck and neck for me right now in terms of my favorite games of the year. So I definitely need to put more time into this to kind of give I guess, my best guess on it. But in terms of if you're talking about best games of all time, I think you can make a case for it. Honestly, that doesn't mean like if I think it's one of the best games of all time, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to end up as my number one for the year.
Right. Right.
Um, Looking at it unbiased, I can see how this would be considered one of the best games of all time, just because it is so unique in comparison to any game that came out before it. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely in contention. I just need to put a little bit more time into it.
Yeah. It
Yep.
especially at the beginning, it's definitely a slow burn. Like it takes a while for everything to get ramped up and get moving.
Yeah, I just want to slay bitches and
Right.
no, there's no and. I just want to slay bitches.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
slay bitches.
I just want to slay
Fair.
bitches.
That's it. That's all I want to do. Yep.
All right,
I could
guys.
see
Well,
it being
if
one of the greatest games of all time, only
absolutely,
because of how unique it is.
mhm. But guys, let us know below of what you think about the playthrough for Baldur's Gate 3. If you've been playing it, let us know what kind of character you've been playing as. If you're enjoying it, if you hate it, if you want these kind of RPGs to continue, let us know in the comment section below.